November 16th. I'd like to call the meeting of the City of Elkhart Board of Parks and Recreation. Can we get a roll call, please?
Good evening. We have Nikisha Alexis Elena.
Elena Alexis,
Sorry.
I'm here.
Sorry. Sarah Santerre.
Here.
Isaac Torre Bahila. And I know I butchered that.
Here.
I'm sorry. Bill Murray.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right. Can we get a motion to approve the agenda for the meeting today as published?
I move that we approve the agenda for the meeting.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye. Okay. Carries unanimously. Like to open the floor for public input. Give privilege of the floor to anyone who's interested, in person or online. I'm going to,
Wait, right there.
If I'm still part of the public, I'd just like to let everyone know how much fun I had at Winterfest last week. Awesome job to everyone that was there. Parade was incredible, and I'm looking forward for next year, but just wanted to give everyone congratulations, and it was awesome.
all right, outstanding.
Very good.
And it
I'll
was
just say,
extremely well attended, I understand. So,
down to the last
Stuff.
hours. I will just say too, I had the opportunity to attend a county council meeting last week. And it just made me really appreciate how we work together. Yeah, I just wanted to signal that. And also, Elkhart has a lot of water. So I've started thinking about Elkhart and a lot of water. And so, those are conversations that we'll have to have probably in the future, how we preserve our water and protect it. So thank you.
all right, thank you. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for the meeting of December 2nd, 2025. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the minutes as presented from December 2nd.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Carries unanimously. Next issue is or next item rather, is the approval of financials with claims of $288,224.59. Do we need anybody to do any explaining? Are we good? Any questions from the board?
If I could get a general explanation, that'd be fantastic. Just super quick. That'd be great. No, it's just as in my business, we're going through financials for next year. I'm just always
Yeah.
curious.
So this is the end of the year. This is kind of the last, and this is where we gather all the invoices, try to get the paid for the 2025 before we go into 2026. A lot of those will be already that's been approved and encumbered for the year projects, our capital, things like that. And that's what you see. I don't know if there's any specific questions or this is the last pay of the year.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a whammy. And then we'll start fresh in 2026.
Trying to close all the accounts.
The
Not close
majority of
accounts, but-
some of them that we still have ongoing, what we'll do is we'll push it forward to 2026 with this year's funds instead of next year's funds. So we want to still use what we have for this year into 2026. That's always a goal.
Yeah, I did notice when we had the claims of over $275,000, usually there's one large one. There's not this time. There's only.
No, but it's, if there is one for probably Wagner Construction, you can see, but that's already been approved and encumbered and into purchase orders. So,
All right,
yeah.
great. Any other questions? All right, thank you very
Thank you.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Next item on the agenda is new business matters
Oh,
and the
to
Studebaker
approve.
amendment.
Do we have to approve the
We have- oh.
financials?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can I get a motion? Thank you.
Treasurer over here, I got to do my duties.
Can I get a motion to approve the financial claims?
I move that we approve the financial claims as presented.
I
And-
second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Carries unanimously. And now it's time for new business matters with the Studebaker amendment. Brianna.
Good evening, Brianna Pigeon, Office Manager of Parks and Recreation. So back in November, when we were going through our updated pricing for next year, we misspoke when we were talking about it. In the actual documentation, the Studebaker was listed at 50, which is correct, but we verbally stated $35 per field rental. So we just wanted to make that clarification so it was on public record as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay,
Perfect.
so can I get a motion to approve the Studebaker amendment?
A motion to approve the Studebaker amendment?
All in favor?
Yes.
Carries unanimously. Matt, why don't you come up and then we'll get started with the first of four. Thank you, appreciate it.
Good early evening.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Matthew Moyers. My office here is City Hall at 229 South Second Street. We'll do the first one, which is a request to bid for community events, sound and lighting. What we'd like to do is we'd like to go ahead and package all of our large events and then try and have a company provide stage, sound, and lighting across the entire year for some savings. The idea is to ask your permission to start the bidding process and then solicit bids and then come back for an opening of the bids in January and then a final decision in February. That's our target. So I would ask the board to approve the opening of a bidding process for the special events sound and lighting program.
Okay. Rose, do you have?
See Rose sneaking up
Comment,
behind you.
I just wanted to jump in, just to be clear, we're talking about a quoting process, and I just want to be clear legally, because a different set of requirements apply to quotes than to bids.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. And there is one other stipulation I would like to include in the request for approval. Request for approval pending legal approval of the actual solicitation document.
Right.
We're about halfway done with those, but I want to make sure that they get full legal reviews, so they're all covered.
Yeah. It's important.
All right, can I get a motion to request to bid community events, sound and lighting?
Yeah. I move we do. I think it's a good idea. I move we accept their request for quotes.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Yes.
Carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, high dive boulders.
These next three are all related to the same project. We're talking about the high dive pond restoration. We've already gone ahead and approved the contractor to do the work. What we've done is we've broken down the purchasing the materials into these memos. The boulders is with CNEP. The bank stabilization is for, oops. I can't recall their name at the moment. Bank stabilization is One Clarion is the company, and the plants are with Stantec. So I would ask the board, we'll do this one at a time, to approve the purchase of boulders for the high dive pond restoration project, and that's with CNEP. I believe the total was $39,000. $85.
I had a question. So is it, okay, CNEP is where the stone is coming from and Rustic Rock is the one that's doing it? I see
Correct.
the two names here.
Yeah, Rustic Rock is the gentleman who'll be doing the actual pond work.
Okay.
He'll be coordinating with NEP, but we'll be paying NEP directly since we're not we're a not-for-profit organization. So we'll be receiving smaller shipments out to the park. He'll be doing the installation.
Okay, got it. Thank you. That's clear. Thank you so much.
I have two questions. The first is, and I think I might have been here a little late as a board member, but is there a way that we could get maybe towards the end of the year or for the next meeting, the, I guess, full budget for the
Sure.
entire project? I think that the estimation was close to 100. That's
We
correct.
originally budgeted 100. I
Right.
think we're right about 92.
Awesome.
And we have all the figures for our best guess. I'll bring those before we open the bidding process in January. It's a summation of Rustic Rocks, these three bids, and then I think we've got $2,200 in small miscellaneous
Cool.
purchases after that.
And then the second question, I think, is for legal on the Clarion, or the one Clarion, on the descriptions for the products and stuff, and towards the bottom on the footer, there's an interest on overdue balances on 1.5 per month, or I guess 1.5 per month that the payment is, I guess, late. How does that work from our standpoint? If, like, do we actually get charged that, or what do we do so that we make sure that the payments are made on time? Is it
Rose Rivera with the legal department. So generally speaking, the most important thing is making sure that we have a wide enough window to pay. So nowadays, with everyone doing EFT transactions, payment goes really quickly, and we can generally make it with a 30 net contract. Prior to EFT, we used to have to generally ask for 60 days or 90 days just to be sure that we could get all the claims processed on time. But it hasn't been an issue now that we're doing mostly electronic transactions. We usually, get things paid on time.
Thank you, Rose.
I would,
But it's got a cash app now. Kidding.
I would also add that part of this process, part of the reason we're doing these memos now is to get the purchase order all set up for the project even starts. And that includes the electric funds transfer that Rose mentioned. So I don't see there being any difficulty with turning around invoices very quickly as they come in this project.
perfect? Just trying to save us some money.
Yeah.
So can I get a motion to approve the high dive boulders, the memo?
I'm so moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carries unanimously.
Okay.
Now that we have the
next one is-
boulders, we need the bank stabilized.
Yeah, the bank stabilization, this expense is, there's some core material. It's essentially a coconut fiber. We're going to get two different products. One is logs that we'll plant under the bank to provide stabilization to solve some of the erosion problems that we're having. The second component is a matting that we'll lay down over the bank when the planting is fresh to allow the shoots to actually establish roots. We're going with this material because first off, it's reasonably priced. And second, it seems to work really well with geese. They don't seem to get their feet caught in this material like they do with the plastic nettings. And it's also biodegradable. So we're very interested in the ecological benefits and the wildlife benefits.
So when I read it, I saw mattress bedding and I got concerned for a second.
Yeah, that's the plantings. Yeah, so I would ask the board to approve the purchase through Clarion One of the bank stabilization material for $10,400.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So with that in mind, can I get a motion to approve the memo for the high dive bank stabilization process?
I will move that we accept the memo with one Clarion.
I second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aye, yes, carries unanimously. And finally, the planting.
Yeah, the last of the four.
So there's a variety.
I can free up the microphone for somebody else tonight. The last one is the planting and seedlings. We'll be buying plant seedlings and seed mixtures. We'd like to ask the board to approve the expense of $5,541 from Stantec, who'll be providing that material to us as part of the ongoing development process.
I just have a question. Are these all native wildflowers, native seeds? Like what are we planting here?
We're trying to be very thoughtful about the blend of the plant mixtures. I can't say that they're all native.
Mm-hmm.
They're all non-invasive. We
Okay.
compared them to the invasive species list, both from Purdue University and the Indiana Natural Invasive Species Council. Speak to that. Oh, Jameson could speak to that.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, because, we don't want to, it might not be invasive, but planting things that are native to here then means native creatures kind of hang around and maybe we don't want to attract. I see hibiscus, that's pretty tropical. So yeah, what do we mix here?
Yes. So my understanding is that they're all native. These were all designed by Stantec's scientists. It used to be Cardno Nursery, and then it got bought out by Stantec. But we partnered with the Environmental Center to choose these plantings, so we know that these are aquatic variated species. So if you see something that's not native, it's probably for a really good reason. But I am pretty positive that everything we've chosen has been native oriented for exactly those reasons. The other thing is that you'll see is that these are not grass seedlings, so they're not going to be shallow. You're not going to be able to mow it. They're going to be deeper rooted plants to help with the bank stabilization, but the restoration of what it would look like for a pond environment. The goal with Stantec was to say we want to restore this pond back to its ecological, start. The joke is that it started as a gravel pond, but they don't know that. So, but these are plants that will help us. They should be native. They're definitely not invasive, as Matt was saying, and they're designed to be able to be around the pond to be successful.
Awesome. That's my only question. Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? Nope. So can I get a motion to approve the memo for the plant materials at High Dive Park?
I move that we approve the memo with Stantec.
I second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Carries unanimously.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Just 1 second, Liz. Oh, nope. Okay. All right, let's talk about the Grinch.
Let's talk about the Grinch. Hi, Liz Stoutner, event coordinator for Elkhart Parks and Recreation. So in front of you is a new contract with a new company that we were introduced to right around Thanksgiving. Hoping to build this relationship for future events. So this is the first time we've been using Robert, but he works with many performers. So we're going to try him off with an ice skating Grinch. So he will be available to us during the evening skating session during our Grinch Saturday from 4 to 10. So we're super excited to see the quality of the performers. And then as we move forward, we're hoping that we can also use them for our K-pop night that is also going to be at skating, ice skating over at NIPCO in January, but we'll try him out first.
It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're really excited to have that interaction. We haven't had any of our characters before during our ice skating events out on the ice. They've just kind of been wandering around on the outside of the rink and things. So really excited to see where this goes.
Just one question. What's the liability like if some scared kid decides to kick the Grinch or some weirdness like no idea it's public, but what happens? What's the liability piece here? If he falls while he's on duty, like
Rose?
The liability if a kid decides to kick our Grinch.
or if he falls on the ice, like is that I'm not sure that's is that in the contract?
Yeah, like do they carry their own
The Grinch
insurance?
performer that's going to be at NIPCO this weekend.
I guess I'm confused about the question. Someone could ask that again.
So we're hiring a Grinch to be skating on the ice. And so, ice skating is not the same as like walking around on the side, right? So if something happens while he's on duty, falls on the ice or some kid or whatever, right? Like has an interaction that's not a good one. Like what's the liability here? I'm seeing
So I think what we have in the MOU is that it says everyone will be responsible for their own negligence, recklessness, and willful conduct. So essentially, if the Grinch does something to a child, he would be responsible for his own behavior, the consequences of that. But if we did something negligent or reckless, then it would be us.
okay. And injury, I mean, that's not necessarily recklessness, but skating has injury.
I think maybe if you
Potential.
like go skating, you're accepting the liability that you might fall, but to like a kid to kick you, I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Notre Dame was sued for about $250,000 12 years ago because somebody bumped into somebody on the ice.
Yeah, so these things do get complicated. Theoretically, you shouldn't pay unless you're negligent, at least, at a minimum. Doesn't mean we don't get sued. We are also working with safety right now with Gloria Lopez and HR to create waivers that people sign. And I think we do have waivers that are being signed right now. that when kids come to skate, they sign.
Mm-hmm.
Are there like, lack of a better term, like a skating ref where like if there's a kid that's like skating backwards because they're really good at hockey, you know, they're like, hey, like.
So we do have skate guards that are Parks employees that monitor the ice and can regulate when reckless things are happening. And they have the ability to ask them to stop and that kind of a thing.
Got it.
They have, do they have whistles? Yes, they have whistles.
Yes, we actually gave them the same whistles our lifeguards use at the pool and the beach. So they're Fox 40, very loud whistles.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a great
Thank you.
question.
Okay, thank you. I'm just, if others are comfortable, I can move, I'm happy to move forward, but that was just the first thing that came to mind.
I think it's the guy. Probably.
So can I get a motion to approve the memo of understanding with Robert Bershadsky for the performance this coming Saturday?
I move that we accept Grinch into our loving skate park.
I'll second it.
Okay, we do have a motion and we do have a laughing second. All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Carries. Thank you, Liz. All right, we have no old business, so Liz,
I just like wandering back and forth apparently. So yeah, officially gonna welcome you in with the 2026 permit. Yay!
Yeah.
So this one is the use and event permit for our annual Frosty 5. Will be the 17th annual Frosty 5. The only changes from last year's permit, we are asking for a larger tent that would be installed. Last year we did a 20 by 40. It's a good little warming place, but we just need more space. We had over 350 signups last year. So getting in a 20 by 40 and then the pavilion is just, we just need to go bigger. So I put a 30 by 50, I think down was my request. So it just gives us that more space outside, especially since they'll be waiting to do presentation of awards. We are also wanting to do the warming stations, kind of like we did for Winterfest with the fire pits and the fire stands.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two major changes for the actual permit.
any questions?
No.
No questions on that?
Can I get a motion to approve the permit, the use and event permit for the Frosty 5K at Studebaker, River Greenway, and the Elkhart Environmental Center? Can I get a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes, carries unanimously. All right,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Liz. Department reports. Jameson, you're up.
All right, good evening, everybody. Jameson Zarnicki, Superintendent of City Parks. Let me pull up my report here to keep me on track. All right, so if you're paying attention, you'll notice that there's a new face in our crowd. It's been a long time coming. I've warned you several times, but he's here. We're excited, but do want to introduce Nathan Kane. He's our new Assistant Superintendent. Joining us from Clarksville Parks and Recreation, and we're really excited to have him. So I'll let Nathan come up and introduce himself, background and his experience, and then ask him any questions and put him through the works.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here. As Jameson said, I come from Southern Indiana and Clarksville. Born and raised there and worked in the Parks Department for the last almost 9 years now. Main background started out in aquatics there, as well as programming. Since then, moved up to managing several of our facilities, including sports facilities, some capital projects, and then eventually was our assistant superintendent as well. Prior to that, long background in sports, specifically on the youth sports front. Very big into community relationships with schools and youth sports programming and things like that. But again, very excited to be here and happy to answer any questions that the board may have.
What do you love about being the assistant superintendent? What brings you joy about it?
So it's funny, I was actually talking with Jameson about this yesterday, that overall, and even assistant superintendent aside, the best thing to me about Parks and Recreation is the experiences we create. I'm not one that needs the attaboys or anything like that. The thing for me is, and I even got to see it, I brought my family up for Winterfest and my son got to go ice skating for the first time. And seeing those reactions and things like that, and seeing things when we do those things for the communities. As a assistant superintendent in Clarksville, one of my biggest ones that was great for me is we took our youth football program that we brought underneath Parks for the first time several years ago. The first year it was underneath us, we took them to play at Lucas Oil Stadium. The first thing I did, I went down on the field. I didn't look at the field. I looked at their faces when they walked in through the tunnel for the first time. So those are the kind of things that I love about what we do and the experiences that we get to create through our programs and events and facilities.
Oh, it's wonderful. Well, we're glad to have that energy here. Thank you.
All good for me.
Any other questions?
All right, thank you.
Terrific.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Hey, Bill.
All right. So, yeah, we're extremely excited to have him. Nathan's strengths play well into the team. So we're excited to have him. Some of you, like Isaac, were able to join us for Winterfest. Huge success, and I want to thank the team for their work. It's a hard event because there's so many factors and there's so much diversity in what we're doing. It's not just one location, it's many locations, so it feels like an all-team event every year with the start of NIPCO and everything else. Also, I want to make sure that we're appreciating the sponsors who help us put those events on. And this year, AEP stepped up again. Sunny 101.5, NIPCO is always a great sponsor of ours. Greenstream, Granger Community Church, Stevenson's Brass Elk, and Elkhart Library this year. So I'm really grateful to have all of them join us. We did some new things. We elevated it a bit. It was a very cold day. I think the public took notice. And then we were also faced with the IU game. It isn't usually an IU game in the playoffs. So that was a new factor we were working through. But it worked out. We still had a great time. And Liz, who is an IU graduate, gave up her time watching the game for us. So we are extremely grateful. NIPCO did open up on the 6th. We've already started hosting private rentals. We're booking private birthday parties. We made some changes last year to the way that we designed that space, and it has worked out really well for us that there's now a dedicated party space, which increases our revenue and our rental income. So we're excited about that. The staff, I want to give some kudos to Louisa, our Riverview softball director, Chris, Cami. They've really stepped up, Brianna and Nicole as well, to make sure that our operations at NIPCO are even better than they were last year, learning from where we could have done better and actually implementing that. And so I'm really grateful for that. Our staff is excited. The customers seem to be very happy. So I encourage you, you don't have to go out there and skate, but just head out there, say hi, check in, see the changes. Right now it looks really great. So get there before the snow melts. It's much better with snow. So, but we are excited about that. Sorry. Yeah, it is. Yes. Okay. So, as it's the end of the year, I don't have a ton, but do want to say thank you to you all for your dedicated service to us and this commitment that you have for this department and this community. The park board, the administration, council, our park foundation. We work hard as a team every day. I hope we prove that, but it's amazing to have people who volunteer their time to step up to run alongside us to do that work. So thank you to you all as well.
Thank you very much.
Questions, sorry.
First of all, thanks for the work that you do and for leading us there, helping work together. Looking for next year, are we looking to do some sort of planning, I would hope?
Yeah, actually, just as you raised your hand, I was like, I forgot one thing because it wasn't written down. But we will be scheduling our park board training for you all. It's our yearly Park Board 101, we call it. Matt leads it for us, but we also utilize it as a time for the strategic planning side. So tomorrow, our team is doing our strategic planning retreat with 5-star up at Summit, and then we'll create our goals. I mean, they've been created. We'll share our goals. We'll refine them. And then by the time you all meet, we'll be able to share out on what our 2026 plans are, what our budget is, and then work in line with you all for the vision together.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, just thank you. I was at Winterfest too, and when I got there, even though it was bitterly cold, there were still so many people around, and I just think the fire pits were a really, really nice touch, and it had a really nice flow. So
Thank you.
I am not a cold snow person, but I was glad that I made the trek out there.
Thank you. Very cool. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Liz?
Good evening again. So have been a little busy since the last time we saw each other. We'll start off with Saturday, November 22nd. We had our fall artisan market over at McNaughton Park. So this one is purely artisans, a little bit different than our normal farmers market, which we ended up with 22 vendors and a little over 175 attendees. Want to work on that for 2026, see how we can increase the number of attendees. The fall one's always a little bit better than the spring one, just because there's other holiday bazaars in the area going on. So trying to figure out how to get on maybe a community map of some sort and getting that going a little bit. But the vendors are pleased. The people that do show up are buying and spending their dollars. So that's a plus as long as the vendors are happy. And then to piggyback on everything that Jameson said about Winterfest, thank you to everyone in the community that came out all day long. It was a full day. I felt like this year is just continuing to grow. Even though it was bitterly cold, it was the warmest day of the week. So that was on our side a little bit. New for this year was that little Winterfest village where we did have the reindeer and Santa visits, 5 food vendors. We did the live music with Wyatt Marshall and Jake from Starheart. And then we had Brass Elk providing a little beer garden. So that all worked out really well. The parade started at 6. We ended up with 36 parade entries out of the 42 that initially signed up. Beautiful. They went all out this year. I was very pleased with the amount of effort that each and every entry put in with their lighting and music and participation. Tree lighting was followed right after the lighted parade. We had Santa and Mayor Rod up there. Premier Arts also did a sing-along. I will say probably the best part is as the whole group just kind of started singing, the whole audience. It was very magical at one point. Did the live ice sculptures again all day. We had eight total. So that's where most of our sponsors came in of local businesses. So we had a new one with the New York Train Museum this year. That was Greenstream that sponsored that one. Again, the library, Hotel Elkhart, Stevenson's, Central Green. We did have one at NIPCO, Water and Ice Park. The Grinch, again, keeping with the lovely theme, was at the Central Fire Station. And then a new partner with W.A. Zimmer, which is a local electrical company that did the Civic Plaza ice sculpture. As he said, NIPCO Water and Ice Park opened that night. The Irish Figure Skating Club performed. And then we did get the Granger Community Church, who was a paying sponsor, also came out to help promote with their volunteers and handed out hot chocolate. Things to look forward to. NIPCO, all NIPCO. So this Saturday we have the Grinch skate, and then in January we have the Glow skate, which will be the night session from 6 to 10. K-pop will be a ticketed event for the evening session. The 1 to 5 session will be regular admission. And then we do have a double header on Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, kicking off with the Frosty 5 over at Studebaker, and then you can end your night with a date skate at NIPCO.
Nice.
So yeah, questions?
A date skate and people running in the cold.
Yeah.
Not to manage.
That's your kind of day, right?
Not at all, but I'm glad that it's somebody's.
Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome. I'm also going to stand here and pretend I'm Mandy.
Oh.
She's picking up Brooke at Ohio State right now. So.
Mm.
Okay.
So she is very much looking forward to the Frosty Five in February. That's kind of her kickoff for her volunteers. We had a great turnout of them last year with them being at the cheer stations, parking, handing out of the treats during. So she's always, that was kind of her first big event last year. So she's very true to her heart. Also in 2026 is going to be her year of volunteerism and community impact, increasing her exposure of the program and marketing more volunteer opportunities to the city, along with getting those new businesses and citizens involved.
Excellent.
Yay.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Louisa.
Hello.
Hello.
I was told I was threatened that I have to do this in less than 2 minutes or
Not threatened.
consequences.
Oh, my word. What do I have to find?
So as you can see, the winter programs are still the same. Some have passed because we're in the date that we are, but I'm still going to read them to you anyways. And if you want a little bit more explanation, just let me know and I'll stop. And so for our Parks and Recreation Club at the Tolson Community Center that happens after school on Tuesdays, we offer the communications class and an arts and craft class. We currently have around 35 participants, second to fourth grade. Our Explorations Day that we just had, it was for all the groups. We were from kindergarten to sixth grade at the Tolson Community Center. And what that was is that we actually brought items from the Woodlawn Nature Center, like the furs and the insects and a rib from the mastodon, and kind of let them explore and touch, because everything they could touch and feel. And they were just fascinated because the rangers were there with their uniforms. And so they just really felt like it was like the real deal. It was just, it was a good time for them and it was a good time for us. I did receive an email after the fact that they would love to have something like that again, something similar, just because of how much the kids had talked about it after we left. So that's good news for us. We do have a Santa's workshop from 5 to 17 that will be this Saturday. That's basically giving an opportunity for the parents to go shopping while having a safe space for their child to be at in one of our facilities, which is the Woodlawn Nature Center. We are continuing to host the beginner ice skating lessons. We are currently at 19 registered participants. We just finished our Frosty Fun for the families for ages 0 to 5. It says 3 registered, but we actually had a last minute registered, so it was 4. It was her first class, so we didn't have like 15 kids. I stopped it at 5 because they're sort of, preschool and started too, but they had a great time. And they did. It was really nice. Our winter day camp is coming up on December 22nd to December 31st. We currently have 8 registered participants, at least for the first week. And the Woodlawn Cozy Cocoa Walk hasn't started yet, but it will start after Christmas. So let your family and friends know that there are things to do after Christmas. Okay, sorry. We do have our Intro to Photography Level 2 coming up for ages 13 and over. We currently have 3 registered. We do have our Junior Park Ranger program coming up from 6 to 10 at the Woodlawn Nature Center. We have advanced ice skating lessons on the basics from 5 to 7, ages 5 to 7, starting in January, along with advanced ice skating, speed and skills. We have adult ice skating lessons also starting in January, and we have the homeschool skate that are starting on Fridays in February. We have Bingo 101 for 16 and over at the Wildo Pavilion on Tuesdays. And then we have our CPR certification for ages 15 and over starting in February as well. And of course, we have broom ball the ages 8 to 12 at the NIPCO Water and Ice Park on Saturdays.
Nice.
Questions? I'm waiting for you.
No, they were trying to catch up. There were a lot of events that were good.
Yes.
Mentally checking my calendars. Yes, I can go to that.
How are things with Tolson? I know that parks relationship has been ongoing. I love seeing the programming there.
Yeah, well, like how Jameson always states, like Tolson is our baby sister. So we always have to make sure that our baby sister is doing well and they're doing good. So we're constantly doing check-ins on them to be like, okay, do you have what you need? Is there any other way that we can help? So I did get a call from the assistant director today asking if our program mates would love to sing Jingle Bells with the kids because the kids had asked if they can be part of the performance.
Oh, I love
So
that.
today after the lesson, they did sing Jingle Bells, practicing for, I think, for Thursday to sing it to the community
Oh,
for the
wonderful.
Tolson Express. So
I
yeah,
love it.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like our
so
relationship
much.
is pretty good.
I'm glad that that is strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Ranger?
So stern.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Ranger report for the month of November. Park activities was down as expected. There were a total of 1,229. In October, there were 2,572, which was down 52%. Temperature was also colder. The high was 47 versus October of 66. So that's about a 28% drop. Ranger engagement, we kept pace with the park activities. We were down 52%. So we don't always want to, get below that, Events, November 1st, Nathan, Bethany, and I assisted with the Woodlands 60th anniversary event. That was, I thought was a great success. It was a lot of fun too. November 6th, I attended the Homeless Coalition at the Elkhart Public Library. Damages, on November 14th, Ranger Larry observed a vehicle at Edgewater Park that was stuck on wooden posts. He contacted dispatch, and an officer reported the damage to park property. On other notes, November 1st, Rangers Nathan and Bethany removed a high-level graffiti from Ellery Park. November 8th, Ranger Cody reported a deceased deer at Baker Park
Oh, no.
on Mike Elkhart 311. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Oh,
November 23rd, Ranger Cody removed strewn glass and part of an oven from the water at Hayden Park. So that concludes it's the things you find in parks.
yeah.
Any-
Any updates on the Homeless Coalition conversations? I know that has been going on for so many years. Like,
Right.
how do you feel like?
Well, right now, the biggest challenge is housing. And I think that's across the country. But one of the specific challenges has to do with large families. A lot of shelters don't take in large families because it's just, they don't have the room for it, and so they're trying to find probably solutions for it. I think they did something recently in November, experience being homeless over at Goshen, where you spend an evening out with homeless. So that was a good event for them too.
Yeah.
But overall, housing has always been the issue.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad more people are saying it because we need affordable housing, more housing, period, but certainly more affordable housing that people can get into. Thank you for remaining in that conversation.
Thank you. Anything else? Well, if I don't see you guys again, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
All right. And can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Thank you all and Merry Christmas,
you.
Happy New Year, Happy
Good stuff.
Kwanzaa,
Happy good
all the
holidays.
things. Yes.
Board, we have things to sign.
Yes.